The fluorescent lights in the university library flicker at exactly 11:47 p.m. Chen knows this because she's been here since 6 a.m., occupying the same corner desk on the 4th floor. Her textbooks spread across the table. German grammar, contract law, international business terminology. 3 empty coffee cups mark a day spent translating legal documents for $5 a page. Her phone screen shows $847.23. Due Friday. Rent, utilities, her mother's medical bills that never get smaller. Maya's been awake 19 hours, and she has another translation due by morning. Her eyes burn as she types, converting German legal text into English, fingers moving automatically. She's become an expert at making nothing stretch into something. Sleep 4 hours, function for 20, eat once, pretend it's twice. Smile at professors who ask if everything's okay, lie through her teeth. 3 more months until graduation, then maybe she can breathe. Her phone buzzes. Marcus, still at the library? You're going to burn out. Maya texts back. Can't burn out if you're already ashes. If you're enjoying this story so far, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Drop a comment telling me where in the world you're watching from. I love hearing from you. The library's front entrance opens with a heavy thunk that echoes up 4 floors. Then voices, multiple voices, the sharp click of expensive shoes on tile. Maya glances up. 5 men in dark suits move through the stacks, speaking quietly in German. She catches fragments. The document. Must be tonight. No mistakes allowed. One voice rises, sharp with frustration. Deep, authoritative. Where is your translator? You said he'd be here. I swear, he confirmed. You thought? We have less than an hour to review a 40-page contract and you thought? Maya shouldn't look. But her eyes betray her. The man speaking is younger than his voice suggested. Maybe early 30s. Dark hair, sharp jaw, expensive watch. He's holding a leather portfolio, tension visible in his shoulders. The nervous man pulls out his phone with shaking hands. I'm calling him again. We don't have time for delays. This deal closes at 1 a.m. If we sign without understanding every clause, we could destroy everything we've built. Maybe we postpone? They won't wait. We either understand this contract in the next hour or we walk away from 50 million euros. Maya's fingers freeze. 50 million euros. That's roughly $55 million. The nervous man is calling, phone pressed to his ear, straight to voicemail. I don't understand. The dark-haired man turns away. Options. Give me options. Maya's hand moves before her brain approves. She closes her laptop and walks toward them. 20 feet feels like 20 miles. Excuse me. 5 heads turn. 5 pairs of eyes lock onto her. The library closes in 5 minutes. Maya says steadily. You'll need to. We're aware. The dark-haired man cuts her off. His accent is slight but noticeable. European. Maya should leave. Instead, she says, I couldn't help but overhear. You need a German translator. For a contract. The nervous man steps forward. You speak German? Fluently. I also specialize in contract translation. International business law. Maya keeps her eyes on the dark-haired man. I've translated over 200 legal documents, including acquisition contracts, merger agreements, partnership terms. The dark-haired man studies her. You're a student. I'm a translator who happens to be a student. My credentials include certification from the Goethe Institute and 3 years of professional experience. We don't have time for references. What's your rate? Maya's mind races. She usually charges $5 a page. These men are desperate. 50 million euros on the line, $20 a page. Or a flat fee depending on complexity. How long to translate 40 pages? Complete, accurate, every clause clear? 3 hours. Maybe 4 if extremely technical. You have 90 minutes. That's not $1,000. Cash. 90 minutes. His eyes don't leave hers. Can you do it or not? $1,000. That's her rent, utilities, medical payment, breathing room she hasn't had in 2 years. Yes, Maya says. I can do it. He hands her the portfolio. His fingers brush hers briefly warm, surprising. My name is Dominic. You make a single mistake, we'll know. Understand? Not quite a threat, but not a threat. Understood, Maya replies. I don't make mistakes. Good. Then let's begin. The contract confirms her suspicion. This is not normal business. Volkov Enterprises. Berlin Holdings Group. And the signature line, Dominic Russo, CEO, Russo International. She's heard that name. The kind that appears with words like controversial and investigation. The library lights flicker. Dominic stands by the window, phone pressed to ear, speaking rapid Italian. The other 4 men position themselves like guards, 2 near the elevator, 2 by the stairs. Maya focuses on the text, translating with meticulous attention. The contract involves warehouse acquisition in Berlin. Multiple properties. Transfer of existing inventory. Nothing unusual until page 8. Stop, she says. Dominic turns immediately. Problem? Maybe. Maya taps the clause. This section. Regarding asset transfer. The phrasing is deliberately ambiguous. He crosses the room in 3 strides, leaning over her shoulder, close enough she can smell expensive cologne. Explain. They've used Warenbestand inventory, but combined with this modifier, Bestehände und zukünftige existing and future, they could be claiming rights to all future inventory you produce using these facilities. Meaning, you're not just selling warehouses. You're potentially giving them percentage of everything moving through those warehouses for 10 years. Maya looks up. Probably not what you intended. Dominic's expression sharpens. He looks at the nervous man. Franco, did you review this? Franco goes pale. Franco. The translator we hired said it was standard. Dominic's voice drops dangerously. We almost signed away future profit rights because you can't do your job. I didn't. Don't think. That's clearly not your strength. Dominic turns to Maya. What else? Keep reading. Maya continues, finding 3 more problematic clauses, each subtle. Each would have cost millions. By page 40, she's filled 12 pages with translations and highlighted concerns. Finished? She says. 73 minutes. Dominic reads through everything with complete focus. Finally, he looks up. Your assessment of Clause 14, the arbitration terms. You wrote heavily biased toward Berlin jurisdiction. Why does that matter? Berlin courts favor local businesses. If anything goes wrong, you'd be fighting on their territory with judges who have existing relationships with Volkov. Maya meets his stare. You'd lose before you started. And your suggested revision? Neutral arbitration. Geneva or London. I wrote alternative phrasing here that protects your interests. Dominic pulls out his phone. Victor, the Berlin contract needs complete revision. I'm sending changes now. He pauses. No, we're not signing tonight. Tell Volkov we reconvene in 48 hours with corrected terms. He ends the call and looks at Maya. You just saved me approximately 30 million euros. I did my job. Your job. Dominic counts out $100 bills. 1,000 as agreed. Maya reaches for the money, but his hand covers hers. I have a better offer. Work for me. Full-time translator for Russo International. Salary, benefits, office. I'm still in school. I graduate in 3 months. Work part-time until then. 20 hours weekly. $50 an hour. His eyes don't leave hers. That's 4,000 a month. Her brain screams this is too good to be true. Men conducting business at midnight don't make offers without strings, but $4,000 would change everything. I need to think about it. Think fast. Offer expires when you leave. This building. Dominic picks up his portfolio. Franco will give you his card. Call by tomorrow morning. He walks away, his men falling into formation. Franco hands Maya a business card before hurrying after them. Maya sits alone, $1,000 in front of her, a job offer that seems impossible, and the feeling she just stepped into something much bigger than translation. Her phone buzzes. Marcus, still alive? Maya types, alive, and possibly insane. I'll explain tomorrow. As she steps into the elevator, she realizes she never asked what Russo International actually does. Never asked why they conducted business at midnight. Never asked if the contract was even legal. But as the elevator descends, Maya knows she's calling tomorrow. Because when you're drowning, you don't question the hand that pulls you up. Even if that hand belongs to someone dangerous, Maya doesn't sleep. By 8 a.m., she's dialing Franco's card. Russo International. I'm calling about a translation position. Dominic Russo offered. Maya Chen. Mr. Russo is expecting your call. Please hold. The line clicks. Apparently Dominic was confident. Miss Chen, his voice comes through commanding. I assume this is a yes. Yes. But I have conditions. A pause. Maybe amusement. Go ahead. I need my class schedule accommodated. I'm not missing graduation. Second, everything in writing. And third, I need to know what Russo International actually does. Import and export. Luxury goods, primarily European markets. Too smooth. Your conditions. Agreed. Come to the office at noon. We'll have contracts ready. Today? You need money. I'm offering it. Unless you'd prefer to wait? He hangs up before she can respond. The Russo International building is glass and steel. 30 stories of marble floors and crystal chandeliers. Maya feels underdressed immediately. 23rd floor, the receptionist says. Mr. Russo's assistant will meet you. Margaret, red hair. Sharp eyes, assesses Maya. In 2 seconds. Follow me. The 23rd floor is dark wood and expensive art. People work in offices with doors, not cubicles. Everyone dressed like fashion magazines. Margaret stops at a door. Brass nameplate, D. Russo, CEO. She knocks and enters. Dominic stands behind a massive desk, phone pressed to ear, speaking German. He sees Maya and holds up one finger. 9. Das ist inakzeptabel. His German is flawless. He switches to Italian mid-sentence without pause. Maya waits, trying not to stare at the corner office with 2 wall windows. Dominic ends his call. Sit. He slides a document across. Employment contract. 3-month probation, part-time. After graduation, full-time with increase. Read completely before signing. Maya reads. 12 pages. Thorough. The salary is exactly promised. Benefits are generous. But the confidentiality clause makes her pause. This says I can't discuss any work. Ever. Even after employment ends. Correct. That's unusual. Our clients value discretion. Dominic leans back. We handle sensitive negotiations. If you work here, everything you see stays confidential. This is more than a normal NDA. This is not a normal job. His eyes hold hers. You're smart enough to know this isn't typical import-export. Let's be honest. You need money desperately. I need someone with your skills who can be trusted. We both know what we're getting into. Do we? I read about Russo International. Articles mention investigations. Alleged connections to organized crime. Alleged. Calm. They suspect but can't prove, because there's nothing to prove. I run a legitimate business. Yes, some clients are controversial. But everything I do is legal. Then why bodyguards at midnight? Because legal doesn't mean safe. I deal with people who have a lot to lose. Dominic stands, walks to the window. The bodyguards ensure I don't become a casualty. Maya watches him. What exactly would I be translating? Contracts, correspondence, negotiation terms, occasionally surveillance transcripts if we suspect cheating. He turns back. You'd work directly with me and senior executives. Security clearance, encrypted equipment, protection if needed. Protection from what? From people who might think you know too much. Dominic returns to his desk. I won't lie. This job has risks, but so does overnight shifts at convenience stores in bad neighborhoods. At least here you're paid well and protected properly. He's not wrong. Maya's been robbed twice at the store, once at gunpoint. I need to think. No, you decide now. Sign and start today, or walk away and we never speak again. I don't have time for maybe. Maya looks at the contract. At the salary that changes her life. At Dominic Russo, definitely more dangerous than he admits, but offering exactly what she needs. She picks up the pen. Where do I sign? Every marked page. Initial here, here, and here. Maya signs. Her hand only shakes slightly. Welcome to Russo International. Dominic files the contract. Margaret will set you up. Your first assignment starts in 1 hour. The next hour is a blur. Encrypted laptop, secure phone, an office small but hers, with a door and window. Margaret runs through protocols. Report directly to Mr. Russo for all translation work. Never discuss assignments with other staff. Never remove documents. Never talk about anything. I read the contract. Margaret's expression softens. It seems extreme, but Mr. Russo takes confidentiality seriously because it keeps people safe. Including you. Her first assignment waits in her office. Contract from Munich distributor. She translates for 40 minutes. Finding unusual clauses, she flags for review. Her phone buzzes. Unknown number. How's the contract going? Another text. It's Dominic. I'm in meetings but monitoring. Questions? She types. The clause about Nachweisbar Herkunft provable origin. They're requiring certification products are manufactured in specific facilities. Unusual. Response. Ensuring we're not sourcing from sanctioned countries. Smart catch. Noted. By 5 p.m., she's finished with detailed notes. A man appears in her doorway, tall, muscular, scar down his left cheek. Maya Chen? Thick accent. Russian, maybe. Yes? I'm Victor, head of security. Mr. Russo wants you upstairs. Dominic is reading her translation. Sit. He finishes, scrolls back, reads again. You caught 4 issues I hadn't noticed, including one that would have cost significant money. That's my job. You did it in 4 hours. My last translator took 2 days and missed 3. He closes the laptop. You're better than expected. Thank you. It's an observation. Dominic walks to the window. But it means I'm trusting you with something more sensitive. I have a meeting tonight. 9 p.m. Russian clients. Very careful people. They'll only negotiate in Russian. He turns. I need you there to translate. Tonight? But I have class. Leave early. 2 hours maximum. His voice firms. Time and a half for evening work. Plus dinner. Where? Private location. Victor drives you. You'll be completely safe. Maya hesitates. What if I make a mistake? You won't. Such certainty she almost believes it. But understand these clients are particular. You translate exactly what's said. No adding. No softening. Precise, accurate translation. Can you do that? Maya nods. Good. Victor picks you up at 8:30, dress professionally. He waits until she meets his eyes. Everything you hear tonight stays confidential. The people, the discussions, all protected by your contract. Understood? Understood. Victor is waiting. I'll drive you home. You change, I bring you back. That's not necessary, Mr. Russo's orders. You're under company protection now. That means company transportation. The Mercedes pulls up outside her rundown building. Victor barely reacts. I'll be back at 8:25. Be ready. Inside her studio, Maya tries, processing everything. Real job, real salary, and tonight, translating for Russians at a private meeting requiring bodyguards. Marcus calls. Still alive? Alive. Employed. Going to a meeting at 9 p.m. that requires precise translation. Maya, this is insane. I know. But it's $4,000 a month. Won't matter if you're dead in a warehouse. You're being dramatic. Promise me you'll be careful. I'll text when I arrive and leave. Promise. At 8:25, Victor calls. I'm outside. The Mercedes navigates downtown, then past into an area Maya doesn't recognize. Warehouses. Forgotten neighborhoods. Victor pulls into an alley behind a brick building with no signs. He turns to Maya. Rules. You translate only. Don't speak unless translating. Don't ask questions. Don't react to anything. Understand? Yes. If anyone makes you uncomfortable, stay calm. Keep translating. Mr. Russo handles it. Victor's expression is serious. Most importantly, after tonight, you forget everything. These people value privacy. That trust extends to you. Maya follows Victor through a steel door, upstairs to where another guard stands. He nods and steps aside. The room inside is surprisingly nice. Hardwood floors, conference table, comfortable chairs. 5 men at the table, 4 Russians and Dominic. He stands when she enters. Gentlemen, this is Maya Chen. She'll be translating tonight. The oldest Russian, 60, silver hair, cold eyes, says something rapid in Russian. Maya understands perfectly. She's a child. You expect us to trust our negotiations to a child? Maya translates clearly in Russian. Mr. Russo. He's expressing concern about my age and qualifications. The silver-haired man's eyebrows rise. The other Russians look surprised. Dominic responds in English for Maya to translate. Alexei, Miss Chen is highly qualified. She caught 4 contract errors today. If you'd like to test her, please do. Alexei switches to extremely fast, complex Russian technical terms, legal jargon, deliberately difficult. Maya listens carefully, translates back into precise English without missing a word, then responds directly in Russian. I understand your concern about discretion and accuracy. I assure you both are my highest priorities. Alexei's expression changes. Respect. He nods. She'll do. For 2 hours, Maya translates everything. Dominic negotiating vodka distribution rights for Eastern Europe. Russians wanting guarantees about retail placement, advertising, profit margins. Dominic pushing back with clever counterproposals. Maya doesn't react when they discuss bribing officials. Doesn't flinch when mentioning handling a problematic competitor. Just translates, voice steady, Russian flawless. By 11 p.m., they've reached agreement. Contracts will be drawn up. Alexei stands, looks at Maya. In Russian, you translate well. Better than the last 3 Russo brought. Perhaps you'll last longer than they did. Something ominous in that phrasing. Maya translates exactly, watching Dominic's expression stay neutral. Thank you, Alexei. Miss Chen is a valuable addition to my team. After the Russians leave, Dominic turns to Maya. You did well, very well. What happened to the last 3 translators? They quit. This work can be stressful. Or got fired for breaking confidentiality. Dominic smiles slightly. Or that. But you're smarter than they were. Victor drives Maya home in silence, past midnight when she collapses on her bed. 6 panicked texts from Marcus. She types, home safe. Long story. Explain tomorrow. Maya replays the meeting. The casual way they discussed bribes and threats. How Dominic negotiated like chess. How Alexei mentioned previous translators. She's definitely not working for normal import-export, but she just made $300 for 2 hours. Tomorrow she won't worry about rent. Maya closes her eyes. She's just translating. Just doing her job. The fact that her job involves translating for people who handle competitors is something she'll worry about later. Over the next 2 weeks, Maya falls into a routine. 20 hours at Russo International, classes the rest of the time. She translates contracts, correspondence, negotiation terms. Sits in 3 more meetings with clients who operate in legal gray areas. She learns Victor drinks coffee black and never smiles. Alessandro, the Italian executive, adores his wife and daughters. Margaret has worked for Dominic 8 years and knows everything. Dominic himself works 16-hour days and expects everyone to match his intensity. She also learns Russo International is not what it claims. The contracts aren't just luxury goods. They're for shipping routes, avoiding customs inspections, warehouse purchases in cities known for smuggling, partnership deals with questionable companies, nothing explicitly illegal, but nothing entirely clean. Maya tells herself she's just the translator. She doesn't make deals, just helps communicate them. On day 15, everything changes. She's working late when Dominic appears. Come with me. His office holds Victor, Alessandro, and a woman Maya hasn't met. Late 30s, blonde, all business. Maya, this is Natasha, head of Moscow operations. Dominic gestures to a chair. We have a problem. He pulls up security footage. This was taken 3 days ago. Outside your apartment. The footage shows a man watching her building, there for 40 minutes. The next clip shows him back the following day. Same spot, same watching. Maya's mouth goes dry. Who is that? We don't know yet. But he's not police, not FBI. Professional technique. Private security, maybe. Or someone connected to people interested in what you're translating. Someone's watching me because of my work here. Someone noticed you started working here and wants to know why. Dominic closes the footage. The question is who sent them, and what they want. Natasha speaks, accented but clear. We've seen this pattern. Someone identifies a translator, tries to turn them, offers money or makes threats. Either way, they want access to what you know. What do I do? You move. Tonight. Dominic's tone leaves no room for argument. Victor takes you to pack. We have a safe apartment, company-owned, fully secure. You stay there until we identify who's watching and handle it. Handle it how? You don't need to worry about that. Your job is stay safe and keep working. Dominic's expression is firm. I know this isn't what you signed up for, but you work for me now. That means you're under my protection. I don't let people threaten my employees. This is because I translated for Alexei. The previous translators quit because this work is dangerous. The previous translators couldn't handle pressure. You can. Dominic comes around his desk. I've watched you 2 weeks. You're calm under stress. Smart. You don't panic. That's why I'm protecting you instead of replacing you. How comforting. Maya, I won't lie. This work has risks. But I protect what's mine. You're part of my organization now. That means I'll make sure nothing happens to you. Victor appears. Car's ready, boss. Take her to pack. 1 suitcase, essentials only. Maya follows Victor in a daze. This is really happening. Someone's watching her. She's being moved to a safe house. The Mercedes pulls up outside her building. Victor scans the street. Fast. In and out. Maya throws clothes, toiletries, laptop, textbooks into her suitcase. Victor stands by the door, hand under his jacket where she knows he carries a gun. 2 minutes, he says. Maya zips up, takes one last look, and follows Victor downstairs. The Mercedes drives for 20 minutes to a nicer neighborhood. Victor uses a key card to access the underground garage. The elevator takes them to the 12th floor. Victor unlocks 12C. It's beautiful. Hardwood floors, modern furniture, floor-to-ceiling windows with city views, full kitchen, bedroom with a queen bed, bathroom with an actual bathtub, nicer than anywhere Maya has ever lived. This is yours as long as needed. Victor sets her suitcase down. Rent covered, utilities covered. Security monitors 24/7. Panic button here. He shows a device on the counter and here. Another in the bedroom. You press it, I'm here in 3 minutes. Got it? Maya nods, overwhelmed. Boss is serious about protection. Don't go back to your old place. Don't tell anyone where you are. Not friends, not family. You need something. Call me or Margaret. Victor heads for the door. Get rest. Tomorrow's a normal workday. After he leaves, Maya stands in the middle of the apartment. 2 weeks ago, she was broke, sleeping on a floor mattress. Now she's in luxury because someone's watching her, and her mobster boss is protecting her. Her phone buzzes. Dominic. The apartment has everything you need. If you require anything else, tell Margaret. Get some sleep. Tomorrow we start figuring out who's interested in you. Maya texts back. Thank you. For this. For protecting me. Response immediate. I protect what's mine. You're valuable to me. That means you're safe. Always. Maya sits on the expensive bed, protected by dangerous people because she's caught in something bigger than translation. And the terrifying part is, she's not sure she wants to leave. Because for the first time in years, someone's taking care of her. Someone values her enough to invest in protection. Even if that someone is a mafia boss who definitely isn't running legitimate import-export. The man watching Maya is identified 3 days later. Dmitry Volkov. Works for private security specializing in corporate espionage. Hired by someone interested in Russo International's German operations. Maya learns this at 7 a.m. in Dominic's office, coffee in hand, while Natasha pulls up surveillance photos. Volkov's been tracking you 6 days. Not just watching your building, following you to class, to the office, documenting your routine. Natasha zooms in. He's building a profile. For who? Maya's voice is steadier than she feels. We're working to find out. But it's likely connected to the Munich contract you translated. Alessandro enters. Berlin office confirmed. Klaus Bergman has been asking questions. Specifically about our new translator. Maya's chest tightens. Bergman, the distributor from the watch contract. Very good memory. Dominic turns from the window. Klaus Bergman, who tried to slip hidden clauses past us. Clauses you caught. Now he's interested in who you are. So he hired someone to watch me? To intimidate you. See if you're vulnerable. Dominic's expression hardens. He made a mistake. Victor appears. Boss. Confirmation. Bergman put out feelers to 3 other translators, trying to find someone who'll work for him instead. Offering double salary. He's trying to replace me? He's trying to compromise our advantage. Dominic pulls out a file. Maya, I need complete honesty. Has anyone approached you? Offered you money? No, nothing. If they do, tell me immediately. Don't negotiate. Don't engage. His eyes are serious. These people play games. They'll offer things that sound good. Tell you I'm dangerous and they're offering escape. Don't believe it. Maya thinks about the apartment, the protection, how Dominic's entire organization moved to keep her safe. I'm not going anywhere. Something shifts in Dominic's expression. Relief, maybe. Good. Because we're going to send Bergman a message. Over the next week, Maya learns what that message entails. Dominic doesn't just cut ties with Bergman. He systematically dismantles their operations. Distribution contracts mysteriously canceled. Warehouse leases fall through. Retailers suddenly find better suppliers. Maya translates the correspondence, making it happen. Polite letters in perfect German explaining why partnerships are ending. Legal documents terminating agreements. Is this normal? She asks. Alessandro one afternoon. Destroying someone's business because they tried to hire me away? Alessandro looks serious. In this world, Loyalty is everything. Bergman tried to undermine that. If you're hooked on this story, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. Your support means everything and helps me bring you more emotional stories like this one. The boss is showing everyone what happens when you come after his people. His people. That's what I am now? You've been under company protection 3 weeks. You live in a company apartment. You translate information that could put us all in prison. Alessandro's voice is gentle but firm. Yes, Maya. You're his people. That means he protects you. But it also means he expects absolute loyalty in return. That night, Maya can't sleep. She thinks about what she's become. Not just translating anymore. Actively participating in Dominic's operations. Helping conduct business that skirts legality. Writing letters destroying people's livelihoods. And the worst part? She's good at it. Her phone buzzes at 2 a.m. Dominic. Can't sleep either? How does he know? No, too much on my mind. Come upstairs, my apartment, 12D, we should talk. Maya hesitates. Going to her boss's apartment at 2 a.m. is crossing a line. But she's crossed so many lines already. She takes the elevator up. 12D's door is slightly open. She knocks anyway. Come in. His apartment is twice her size. Floor-to-ceiling windows showing the city at night. And Dominic, standing by the window in jeans and a t-shirt, looking more human than she's ever seen him. You own the building, Maya says. 5 floors. Housing for employees needing protection or discretion. He gestures to the couch. Sit. Want a drink? Water's fine. He pours 2 glasses and sits across from her. Neither speaks. Then Dominic says, You're having doubts. Not a question. I helped destroy someone's business this week. Klaus Bergman might have made a mistake, but I don't know if he deserved to lose everything. He tried to use you against me. What did you expect? Something less. Scorched earth? Dominic leans back. You want to know what would have happened if I'd done nothing? Bergman would have seen weakness, kept pushing, eventually found a way to compromise or hurt you to get at me. I removed that possibility. By ruining him. By protecting you. His voice is firm. Maya, you're struggling because you still think like a civilian. You think there are rules and fairness and proportional responses. There aren't. Not in this world. There's only strength and weakness. I showed strength. That keeps you safe. When does it stop? Where's the line? There is no line. Dominic stands, walks to the window. You crossed into my world the night you translated that contract. There's no going back. You're either in completely or you're a liability. The word liability hangs like a threat. Are you saying if I quit, I become a problem you need to handle? Dominic turns to face her. I'm saying if you quit, you're vulnerable. You know things. You've seen things. You've participated in things. Other people would see you as an asset to acquire or a risk to eliminate. As long as you're with me, you're protected. Leave, and you're on your own. That sounds like I'm trapped. You're protected. Dominic crosses back but doesn't sit. There's a difference. You can leave anytime. I'll even help you relocate, give you money to start over. But I can't guarantee your safety once you're not under my organization's umbrella. Maya looks up at him. Why do you care? I'm just a translator. You're not just a translator. His voice softens. You're smart. Loyal. You caught things 3 experienced professionals missed. You stayed calm in meetings with dangerous people. You asked me for honesty. I respect that. He pauses. You want complete honesty? I like you, Maya. I like how your mind works. I like that you're not afraid to question me. I like that you're here at 2 a.m. instead of pretending everything's fine. Maya's breath catches. Dominic, I'm not asking for anything. I'm just being honest like you wanted. You work for me. That's the priority. But you should know protecting you isn't just business. It's personal. The admission hangs heavy between them. Maya should leave. Should go back downstairs and maintain boundaries. Should not be sitting on her boss's couch at 2 a.m. while he tells her protecting her is personal. Instead, she says, This is a terrible idea. What is? Whatever this is, you're my boss. You're also a criminal. Don't argue, we both know it's true. I should be running away from you, not sitting here wanting to. She stops herself. Wanting to what? His voice is quiet. Maya meets his eyes. Wanting to stay. Dominic reaches out slowly, giving her time to pull away. He brushes hair from her face, his touch gentle. Then stay. This complicates everything. Everything was already complicated. His hand lingers near her cheek. But you're right. This is a terrible idea. You should go back downstairs. Maya doesn't move. Neither does Dominic. Then her phone buzzes, shattering the moment. Marcus. Haven't heard from you in 3 days. Getting worried. Are you okay? Reality crashes back. Maya stands quickly. I should go. You're right. This can't happen. Dominic doesn't stop her, just watches as she walks to the door. Maya. She turns. Everything I said about protecting you, that's still true. Personal or professional, you're safe with me. Maya nods and escapes to the elevator. Inside her apartment, she leans against the door, hands shaking. She almost kissed her boss. Her criminal boss, the man who destroyed Klaus Bergman's business to protect her, and the terrifying part is that she wanted to. Maya texts Marcus. I'm fine, just busy with new job. I'll call soon, promise. She knows she won't, because how do you explain this to someone from your old life? You don't. You just let that part fade until it's just a memory. The next 2 weeks are strange. Maya and Dominic maintain perfect professionalism. They don't mention the 2 a.m. conversation. Don't acknowledge the moment that almost happened. But everything is different. Dominic watches her during meetings with intensity that makes her skin warm. Maya catches herself looking for him when she arrives. They communicate in glances and gestures that mean more than words. Victor notices. Boss is distracted. He tells Alessandro within Maya's hearing. Haven't seen him like this since Katerina. Maya doesn't ask who Katerina was. Doesn't want to know about other women who sat in his apartment at 2 a.m. Then everything changes on a Tuesday afternoon. Maya is translating Russian correspondence when Margaret bursts in without knocking. Conference room, now. Emergency meeting. The conference room is full. Dominic, Victor, Alessandro, Natasha. 3 strangers. Everyone looks tense. One stranger, a woman in her 50s, sharp suit speaks. Miss Chen, I'm Linda Caruso, attorney for Russo International. The FBI is investigating your employer for money laundering, smuggling, and racketeering. Maya's stomach drops. What? Someone provided evidence. Documents, recordings, transactions. Linda pulls out a legal pad. They have enough to indict several people. Including you. Me? I just translate. You translate contracts facilitating illegal operations. In the eyes of law, that makes you an accessory. Linda's voice is matter of fact. The good news is, you have options. The FBI is offering immunity in exchange for testimony. The room goes silent. Maya looks at Dominic. His expression is carefully blank, but she sees the tension. They want me to testify against you. They want you to confirm what we do, authenticate documents. Explain how the operation works, Linda continues. If you cooperate, you walk away with no charges. If you don't, you're looking at 10 to 15 years. 10 to 15 years. Maya's vision blurs. When do I have to decide? They want an answer by Friday. 3 days. Linda closes her pad. I'm not your personal attorney. I represent the company, so I strongly advise you get your own counsel. After Linda leaves, the room empties until it's just Maya and Dominic. You should take the deal, Dominic says quietly. Maya's head snaps up. What? The immunity. You should take it. His voice is controlled. Testify. Walk away. Start your life over. You're telling me to betray you. I'm telling you to save yourself. Dominic walks to the window, back to her. You didn't sign up for this. You needed money. I offered a job. Federal charges weren't part of the deal. Maya stands, anger flooding through her. Don't do that. Don't pretend you're being noble. If I testify, you go to prison. Maybe, maybe not. I have good lawyers. He still won't turn. But you definitely go to prison if you don't cooperate, and I won't let that happen. You won't let it happen? Maya's voice rises. I'm not your responsibility. I made choices. I knew what I was getting into. You didn't. Now Dominic turns, emotion in his eyes, stopping her cold. You walked into a library and read a contract. That's all. Everything after was me pulling you deeper. Me offering jobs and apartments and protection. Me making you valuable enough that the FBI noticed. So, this is your fault? You're taking responsibility? I'm taking responsibility for getting you out. Dominic crosses to her. Urgent now. Maya, listen. 3 days from now, you take the immunity deal. You testify. You walk away. I'll make sure you have money, new identity if needed. Anything to start over. And what about you? I'll handle it. I've been handling federal investigations since before you were in college. His expression softens. But you're 23. Your whole life is ahead of you. You're not throwing that away for me. I'm not testifying, she says. Maya, I'm not testifying. Her voice is firm now. You want honesty? Here it is. I'm not leaving. I'm not betraying you. I'm not taking a deal that sends you to prison while I walk free. You'll go to prison too. Then I go to prison. Maya steps closer. But I'm not the person who abandons people. I'm not the person who saves herself while everyone else burns. You protected me. You kept me safe. You trusted me with everything. I'm not repaying that with betrayal. Dominic's hands clench. This isn't loyalty. This is martyrdom. This is choice. Maya reaches up, touches his face, makes him look at her. You told me I could leave anytime, that I had options. Well, I'm choosing to stay. I'm choosing you. Deal with it. For a moment, Dominic just stares. Then he pulls her into his arms, holding her so tightly she can barely breathe. His face presses against her hair. You're insane. You know that? Probably. Maya's voice is muffled against his chest. But I'm your insane person now. She feels him laugh, the sound vibrating through them. Then he pulls back just enough to look at her. If we do this, if you stay, there's no going back. The FBI will come after you. You'll have a record. Your life as you knew it ends. My life as I knew it ended when I met you. Maya manages a shaky smile. Everything since then has been better anyway. Dominic cups her face. I'm going to protect you. Whatever it takes. Whatever happens. I know. And she does. With absolute certainty. Now stop trying to sacrifice yourself and let's figure out how to fight this. Dominic kisses her then. Desperate and gentle and feels like a promise. When they break apart, Maya's heart is racing. Okay, Dominic says, forehead resting against hers. Okay, we fight. Together. The next 3 days are a blur. Lawyers, strategy meetings, contingency plans. Linda brings in criminal defense specialists. Victor coordinates with contacts who owe favors. Alessandro reaches out to sympathetic judges. Maya translates everything. Wiretap transcripts, document authentication, correspondence between federal prosecutors. She learns exactly how much evidence they have and how little is actually solid. Most of this is circumstantial, Linda explains during a briefing. They have transactions that look suspicious, contracts with questionable parties, but nothing directly proving criminal intent. That's why they want Maya's testimony. She's the insider who can authenticate everything. So, without her testimony, they have no case? Alessandro asks. They have a weak case, probably not enough for conviction. Linda looks at Dominic. But they could still indict, force you to trial, tie up assets, destroy reputation. Let them try. Dominic's voice is steel. I've survived worse. On Friday morning, Maya sits in a conference room with Linda and 2 FBI agents. Agent Morrison, a woman in her 40s. Agent Park, younger, intense. Miss Chen, we're here to formalize your immunity agreement. Morrison slides papers across. You testify to your knowledge of Russo International's operations. You authenticate these documents. In exchange, all charges dropped. Maya doesn't touch the papers. And if I refuse? Then you're charged alongside Dominic Russo. Money laundering, conspiracy, accessory to smuggling. Morrison's voice is firm but not unkind. You're looking at minimum 10 years. Is that really worth protecting a man who's been using you? He hasn't been using me. He's been paying you to translate illegal contracts. He's been paying me to translate contracts. Whether they're illegal is for courts to decide, not me. Maya keeps her voice steady. I'm a translator. I convert words from one language to another. I don't determine legality. Agent Park leans forward. You sat in meetings where people discussed bribing officials, smuggling goods, laundering money. You translated those conversations. That makes you complicit. Or it makes me an employee doing her job. Maya meets his stare. You're asking me to betray my employer based on your interpretation of what I translated. I'm not comfortable with that, Morrison's expression hardens. Miss Chen, I don't think you understand the seriousness of your situation. I understand perfectly. You don't have enough evidence without my testimony. So you're trying to scare me into cooperating. Maya stands. I'm declining your immunity offer. If you want to charge me, charge me. But I'm not testifying against Dominic Russo. She walks out, Linda following quickly. In the hallway, Linda grabs her arm. Maya, Do you understand what you just did? I kept my word, that's all. Back at Russo International, Dominic is waiting. Maya tells him what happened. He listens without interrupting, expression unreadable. When she finishes, he says, "You're either the bravest person I've ever met or the most foolish. Maybe both." Maya sits heavily. What happens now? Now we wait. See if they actually indict, or if they realize their case is too weak. Dominic comes around his desk and kneels in front of her chair, taking her hands. Maya, I need you to understand something. If this goes to trial, if you're charged, I will do everything in my power to protect you. But there's a chance we both end up in prison. Then we end up in prison. Together. That's not romantic. That's just prison. I know. Maya manages a small smile. But I'd rather be in prison with a clear conscience than free knowing I betrayed you. Dominic pulls her into a kiss that tastes like desperation and relief. When they break apart, he rests his forehead against hers. I love you. I probably shouldn't say that given the circumstances, but I do. Maya's breath catches. I love you too. Which is why I'm not leaving. They stay like that, holding each other while federal charges hang over their heads. Victor knocks. Boss, we have a problem. Actually, more of an opportunity. Dominic stands, helping Maya up. What kind of opportunity? Klaus Bergman just contacted Alessandro. Says he has information about FBI evidence. Says he wants to make a deal. Maya's eyes widen. Bergman? The distributor you destroyed? The very same. Dominic's expression turns calculating. Interesting. He's either trying to help us or trap us. Only one way to find out. Victor says. He wants to meet. Tonight. Says it's urgent. The meeting is set for 9 p.m. at a restaurant Dominic owns. Maya translates as, Bergman explains in German, that he's been working with the FBI as an informant. They approached him months ago, asking about Russo International's operations. I gave them information. Bergman admits, not meeting Dominic's eyes. I was angry. You destroyed my business. I wanted revenge. And now? Dominic's voice is dangerous. Now they've betrayed me too. Bergman pulls out documents. They promised immunity, said my cooperation would be rewarded. Instead, they're charging me as a co-conspirator, using my testimony to build their case, then throwing me away. Maya translates, while Bergman explains. He has copies of FBI evidence files. He knows their strategy, which witnesses they've turned, which documents they're relying on. Why are you telling us this? Dominic asks. Because we have a common enemy now. Bergman's expression is bitter. The FBI used both of us. Maybe together we can fight back. Over the next hour, Bergman lays out everything. The FBI's case is built on 3 key pieces: transaction records showing money laundering, wiretaps of meetings discussing illegal activity, and testimony from 2 former Russo employees who agreed to cooperate. But here's what they don't know, Bergman says, sliding a folder across. Those transaction records? Compiled by an FBI analyst currently under investigation for fabricating evidence in other cases. The wiretaps? Obtained with a warrant that might not have been legally valid. And the witnesses? Both have criminal records the prosecution is hiding from defense. Maya translates, watching Dominic's expression shift from skepticism to interest. Why should I believe you're telling the truth? Dominic asks. Because I want immunity from you more than I want revenge. Bergman's voice is steady. I'm giving you everything they have. In exchange, you don't destroy what's left of my business. We call it even. Dominic considers this. Even. After you tried to steal my translator? After we both made mistakes. Bergman looks at Maya. She's very good, by the way. I see why you protect her. The meeting ends with an uneasy truce. Bergman provides copies of everything. Dominic agrees to leave his remaining operations alone. Back at the office, Linda reviews Bergman's information with her legal team. By midnight, she has a preliminary assessment. This is good. Really good. Linda looks up from her notes. The fabricated evidence alone could get the entire case thrown out. Add the warrant issues and witness credibility problems, and we have a strong motion to dismiss. How strong? Dominic asks. 70% chance the judge throws it out before trial. Linda's smile is sharp. The prosecution knows it too. That's why they pushed so hard for Maya's testimony. They need her to salvage a weak case. Maya feels relief flood through her. So we might actually win this? We file motions Monday. Prosecutors will probably try to negotiate. Linda closes her laptop. But yes, You might actually win this. The weekend passes in preparation. Maya helps translate German documents supporting their defense. She works alongside lawyers drafting motions, barely sleeps, living on coffee and adrenaline. Sunday night, Dominic finds her in the conference room at 2 a.m., surrounded by papers, eyes red from exhaustion. Come on. He takes her hand. You need to rest. I need to finish. You need to rest. Dominic pulls her to her feet. The lawyers can handle it from here. He takes her upstairs to his apartment. Not hers. His. Maya doesn't protest. She's too tired to care about boundaries. Dominic leads her to his bedroom. Massive bed. Floor to ceiling. Windows. He hands her one of his t-shirts. Change. Sleep. I'll be on the couch if you need anything. Stay. Maya's voice is quiet. Please. I don't want to be alone. Dominic hesitates, then nods. He changes in the bathroom while Maya pulls on his t-shirt. It falls to mid-thigh, soft and smelling like him. When Dominic returns, he climbs into bed beside her, staying on top of the covers, maintaining distance. But Maya reaches for him, pulling his arm around her. Thank you, she whispers. For protecting me, for believing I'd stay, for all of it. Dominic holds her closer. Thank you for choosing me, for not running, for being brave enough to fight. Maya closes her eyes, feeling safe for the first time in weeks. What happens if we win? If the charges get dropped? Then you decide what you want. Dominic's voice is soft in the darkness. You can keep working for me, or you can leave, start fresh somewhere else. No pressure. No obligations. What do you want? I want you to stay. His arms tighten around her. But I want you to choose it freely. Not because you're trapped or obligated or scared. Because you actually want this life. Maya turns in his arms to face him. I want this life. I want you. I want complicated and dangerous and whatever comes with being part of your world. Even if that world is criminal? Even if. Maya touches his face. You're not as bad as you think you are. You protect people. You keep order. You follow your own code even if it's not society's code. That means something. Dominic kisses her, slow and deep and full of promises. When they break apart, he says, if we get through this, I'm taking you on a proper date. Dinner, movies, normal couple things. Normal. Maya laughs softly. I don't think we do normal. Then, improper date. Whatever you want. Maya settles against his chest, listening to his heartbeat. I just want this. Us. Everything else we'll figure out. They fall asleep tangled together, and for the first time in weeks, Maya doesn't dream about FBI agents or prison. She dreams about the future. On Monday morning, Linda files the motion to dismiss. By Tuesday afternoon, the prosecution requests a meeting. They want to negotiate, Linda announces. They know their case is falling apart. The meeting happens Wednesday. 3 federal prosecutors sit across from Dominic's legal team. Maya is there too, at Dominic's insistence. We're willing to drop all charges against Miss Chen, the lead prosecutor says. In exchange, Mr. Russo pleads guilty to 1 count of financial misconduct. Misdemeanor. Probation, no jail time. No deal, Dominic says immediately. Mr. Russo, we're offering you an incredibly generous, I'm not pleading guilty to something I didn't do. Dominic's voice is steel. You have no case. You know it. We know it. So stop wasting everyone's time and drop all charges. The prosecutor's face hardens. Or we take this to trial and make your life hell for the next 2 years. Try it. Dominic stands. We're done here. The prosecution drops all charges the following Monday. Linda calls with the news at 10 a.m. It's over. They're not proceeding. You're both clear. Maya is in Dominic's office when he gets the call. She watches relief wash over his face. When he hangs up, he just looks at her for a long moment. It's over, he says. It's over. Maya crosses to him, and he pulls her into his arms. They hold each other, processing that they're actually going to be okay. No prison, no trial, no betrayal, just the future, stretching out ahead of them. So, Dominic says after a long moment. About that date. Maya laughs, feeling lighter than she has in months. Is the improper date still on the table? Absolutely. Dominic pulls back to look at her. But first, we need to talk about your job. Maya's stomach tightens. Are you firing me? I'm promoting you. Dominic's smile is genuine. Director of International Operations. You'd handle all our European resolve contracts, oversee translators, represent the company in negotiations, full salary, benefits, office upgrade. You're serious. Completely. You've proven you're capable, loyal, and smarter than half my executives. Dominic touches her face gently. But more importantly, you're staying because you want to, not because you have to. That matters to me. Maya considers this. She could leave, could take her experience and find a legitimate job, could return to normal life. But looking at Dominic, at the man who protected her and trusted her and loved her enough to push her away for her own safety, she knows her answer. I accept. On one condition. Name it. Complete honesty. Always. About the business, about the risks, about everything. Maya's voice is firm. I'm choosing this life with open eyes. I need you to respect that by telling me the truth. Done. Dominic kisses her, sealing the promise. Complete honesty. Starting now. Over the next few months, Maya settles into her new role. She hires 2 additional translators. She negotiates contracts in 5 languages. She represents Russo International at international conferences. She also finishes her degree, graduating with honors. Dominic and Victor attend her ceremony. Marcus is there too, finally meeting the infamous Dominic Russo. So you're the infamous Dominic Russo, Marcus says, shaking hands warily. And you're the friend who's been worried about Maya. I appreciate that. Dominic's smile is genuine. She speaks highly of you. After the ceremony, Marcus pulls Maya aside. Are you happy? Really happy? Maya looks at Dominic, laughing at something Victor said, completely relaxed. Yes, I really am. Even knowing what you know about him? About the business? Especially knowing. Maya's voice is confident. I chose this with my eyes open. That makes all the difference. Marcus hugs her. Then I'm happy for you. Even if this is the weirdest situation ever. It really is. Maya laughs. But it's mine. 6 months after the charges were dropped, Dominic takes Maya to dinner at an expensive restaurant with a view of the city. I have something for you, he says over dessert, pulling out a small box. Maya's heart skips. Dominic, it's not what you think. Not yet. He opens the box to reveal a key. It's to my apartment. I want you to move in. Officially. Not as an employee needing protection. As my partner. Maya takes the key, emotions flooding through her. Are you sure? This is a big step. I'm sure. I've been sure since you refused to testify, since you chose me over safety. Dominic takes her hand. Move in with me. Build a life with me. Whatever that looks like. Okay. Maya's voice is shaky with happiness. Yes, I'll move in. They kiss across the table, and Maya thinks about how far she's come. From a broke student translating for $5 a page to director of international operations, living with a man she loves, building a life that's unconventional but entirely hers. A year later, Maya stands in their office now, since she moved her workspace there, reviewing a contract from Tokyo. Victor knocks. Boss, Maya. Berlin office is on the line. They need clarification on the new distribution terms. Maya picks up the phone, switching effortlessly to German. As she explains the contract clauses, she catches Dominic watching her with that look, the one that says she's valuable, protected, loved. When she hangs up, he crosses to her. Remember the night we met? In the library? When I was stupid enough to offer to translate for a stranger at midnight? When you saved my €50 million deal with one sentence. Dominic pulls her close. Best decision I ever made, letting you help. Best decision I ever made, saying yes. Maya kisses him. Even if it got complicated. Especially because it got complicated. Dominic's smile is warm. Complicated is our specialty. Outside the window, the city spreads below them. The same city where Maya once struggled to make rent, worked 3 jobs, counted pennies. Now she lives in a luxury apartment with a man who runs an empire from the shadows. She translates contracts worth millions, represents international clients, and holds a position of power she never imagined possible. She chose danger over safety, loyalty over immunity, love over the easy path, and she'd make the same choice every single time. Because Maya Chen, the poor student who translated 1 German contract at midnight, became someone powerful in her own right, not despite the complications but because of them, and that was worth everything. Thank you so much for watching until the end. If you loved this story, check out the other videos on your screen now. I think you'll really enjoy them. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. See you in the next story.